are the big changes to SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, or sometimes referred to as EBT for the low income, really starting in 1 month? This is a great question that I received multiple times recently and that I'm going to be clarifying for you here in the video, as well as discussing what this means for the millions upon millions of beneficiaries that do rely on these monthly benefits, as well as what are these big changes. There's some really big ones out there, and this would disrupt the program massively. That's what I want to focus on for you. Now, first off, I do want to clarify as well, everything I'm talking about here in this video directly pertains to SNAP benefits, food stamps, EBT, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, the roughly 42.2 million people that rely on these monthly benefits. The reason I wanted to clarify that really quickly is because I do talk a lot about other fixed income benefits like Social Security, SSDI, retirement, survivors, spousal, SSI, VA, RRB. I talk about those benefits literally every single day here as well. I just want to make sure that we're talking about the same thing and clarifying that no, I'm not talking about Social Security, but rather this is just SNAP EBT food stamps. Anyway, you get it. Just wanted to clarify that really quickly. All right, let's talk about the different changes that are out there, these massive, massive changes that will disrupt this program in a huge, huge way. The over 42 million people out there that are potentially going to be impacted by these and exactly what they are. Now, there's actually 4 major changes. I'm only going to talk about 3 of them here in this video because these are the 3 major ones that are likely going to be coming, okay? So let's clarify exactly what's going on. And again, I've had a few people reaching out saying, hey, I've heard this is coming in 1 month. Okay, I'll clarify that as well. But let's just talk through these different changes really fast here. And again, I'd advise, if you can, listen to all 3 of these. If you don't want to, that's totally fine too. But I'm just going to shake out the details of all 3 of these. Okay, so we've heard lawmakers saying about possibly reducing the program by $220 billion over the next 10 years, okay? So now this is part of this reconciliation bill that's out there, and this has been in the headlines a number of times, basically reducing the expenditures of this program by no less than $220 billion over the next 10 years. Obviously, if we extrapolate that out, and if we average it out, it's about $22 billion per year is how much they want to reduce from this program, which, by the way, right now the program spends about, give or take a little bit, $113 billion a year. So removing, say, $22 billion out of that on an annualized basis would take it down to about $91 billion of expenditures per year is what that'd be, roughly. Again, just rounding some numbers here, okay? So that's number 1. Now, number 2 is this. It is expressed through the Healthy SNAP Act. Have you heard me talk about that one before? Yeah, this was introduced probably, I'm going to say like 2-ish months ago or so, give or take a little bit. It was originally introduced, the Healthy SNAP Act. Now, here's the thing. This has actually been introduced in a couple different ways here over the last few years. It's been given different names, but this is basically the exact same thing. Now, this is a very interesting one, and I'd be very curious to hear how they're going to actually implement and enforce this one, but here's what it is. The Healthy SNAP Act suggests removing the purchase or the ability to purchase, basically what they're calling is unhealthy foods and drinks and beverages, including but not limited to prepared cakes and cookies and ice cream and dessert items and sugary drinks, like what they say are pop, soda pop, whatever you call it. Again, all referring to the same thing. But apparently they say that about $20 billion a year is spent from the EBT or SNAP benefit program, about $20 billion a year of the roughly $113 billion is spent on these types of items. They want to remove that and say, sorry, you can't buy that kind of stuff anymore. Well, okay. I've talked about this before in other videos. When this was introduced about 2 months ago, I had a video out that I was talking about this. How would they enforce that? I guess that's my big question. Would they have like a micromanager standing at the checkout aisle at the grocery store saying, you can buy that, you can't buy that, you can buy that, you can't buy that. You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to enforce that? Obviously, they can do it through the SKU numbers, the UPC on the packaging, things like that. But at what point are they going to draw the line, okay? I've had people ask, like, what about cereal? Cereal has a ton of sugar in it, right? Cereal's awesome. I mean, seriously, let's be real. Cereal is really good, right? Depending on what you get. But you get my point. There's a ton of sugar in cereals as well. Would that possibly be put into the mix, right? That's a really good question. What about a ton of other items out there that also have a ton of sugar in them that are just like regular everyday foods, right? So that's a really good question, how they would enforce that, okay? Now that's the second one. And the other one is America Works Act of 2025. Now what is this? Potentially implementing work requirements, stiff work requirements within the SNAP benefit program. Now, there's been multiple different iterations of legislation that have come out, basically suggesting let's raise the age in which somebody needs to fulfill the work requirements to receive SNAP benefits, right? You've heard me talk about this before in other videos, because right now the age requirement is between the ages of 18 through the age of 54, but they want to raise that. I've seen numbers all across the board, raising it by 1 year through 55, 56, 57, 59, and now even with this legislation here, the one I just stated, the America Works Act of 2025, this one states lifting it up to 65. Raising it up to the age of 65. So that'd be a really bad situation. Now, this would just be for ABAWD individuals, which is able-bodied adults without dependents. And also in that legislation there, they would also want to reduce the age in which somebody is determined as a dependent down to the age of under 7, whereas right now it's under 18. So that'd be nuts. Could you imagine? This would really bring a lot more people into basically the ABAWD categorization and basically forcing these individuals to either fulfill the work requirements or basically forfeit their SNAP benefit, right? But as I've predicted before in other videos, this is just my opinion on this. Are they really going to implement this and enforce it, or is it just a way to get people who are maybe getting, say, $100, $120, $150, $200 a month to basically say, it is not worth my time. I'm 62, I'm 63, I'm 65, I'm 59, I'm whatever, fill in the age, it doesn't really matter the age, but somebody might think, I'm getting so little on SNAP benefits every month, and they're going to fulfill this or implement this work requirement. I have to go and work 20 hours a week or 80 hours a month to get $100, $120, $150, $170, $200 a month in SNAP benefits? Not a chance. I'm not going to do that. And people might voluntarily forfeit their monthly benefit because they're saying, I'm not fulfilling a 20-hour per week work requirement to get $100 a month or whatever the benefit amount is, right? So that's just kind of my prediction on this is maybe the strategy is not to get people to go out and work, but rather it's to get people to basically say, I'm not going to do that because I'm, whatever age. The age doesn't really matter, but I'm not going to go and work 20 hours a week so that I can get $120 a month on my benefit, right? I don't know. That's my prediction on that. Maybe I'm wrong by that. It just seems a little bit odd to implement something like this. Okay, anyway, those are the three that I wanted to talk about. Now, are they really starting in 1 month? Okay, I don't know where this is coming from. I've had a few people reach out saying, hey, I heard this is coming in 1 month. These three are not coming in 1 month as of right now. Could that change? Absolutely. That could 100% change. That could change. But all of these are projected to be within the reconciliation bill that lawmakers are currently working on, okay? Now, that legislation, to be honest with you, has been a little bit on standstill here for the last, month and probably a month and a half now, at least. It's been a little bit on standstill. I haven't really seen a whole lot about it, as in new updates on it. But that's what's potentially proposed to be within that legislation is these couple changes or these three changes that I've talked about here, okay? Now, obviously, any of these could be changing massively, but my point is they're not coming in 1 month. I mean, unless they really, really, really work fast here to implement and pass this reconciliation bill very, very quickly, no, I don't foresee these coming in 1 month. However, could they possibly come in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months? For sure they could, okay? Is it a guarantee? No, it's not a guarantee as of right now, but we'll have to see what they do with this reconciliation bill. Like I said, it's probably been on standstill for about a month and a half or so, give or take a little bit here, but let's just see what they do with that. And again, my big question would be this much is, if they do pass these in the reconciliation bill, when will they be implemented? Are they going to wait until the beginning of the new fiscal year, which would be October 1st? Will they wait until the new calendar year, which would be obviously January 1st? Would they implement it immediately? What's going to be the plan here? That's my big question. I have not seen any information suggesting when this would be implemented, but these are the changes that they do want to bring, okay? So this is what's out there. Nope, it's not starting in 1 month, thankfully, but please prepare. These will likely be coming, probably sooner than later. I'm going to say whenever they pass the reconciliation bill, that is when these will be coming into effect. And again, the big question being immediate implementation, implementation at the beginning of the new fiscal year, at the new calendar year, what would it be? That's the big question that we don't have the answer to yet, okay? So just please prepare. These will be coming, likely, highly likely that these will be coming, at least to some degree. Could they possibly change throughout the voting and the amendment process? For sure. These could likely change, and I do expect some of these to change a little bit, but just get ready. These are likely coming, and they will disrupt this program in a massive, massive, massive way. Right now, there's about 42.2 million people that receive SNAP benefits. I think that number is going to change in a pretty big way with the implementation of these rules, okay? Just want to bring that to your attention. Anyway, I will continue to keep you posted. If you have any further questions on this, anything like that, if you need clarification, please let me know. I'm happy to jump on a live stream or make a dedicated video, whatever you need from me. Otherwise, if you need any help with Medicare right now, please call the guys over at Chapter. The phone numbers, they're right there on your screen. You can call them. They're waiting on standby to talk to you, and they will help you 100% for free. In fact, they are saving the average person that they work with $1,100 of savings from the average person that they help out get a better plan that suits them a lot better, which, by the way, they will look through the over 24,000 plans across the country, find you the best plan in your local area with the best coverages at the best price with the best plan, whatever that you need for you and your personal preferences. They will find all of that, and they'll do it 100% for free. It's absolutely incredible. Well over 1,000 of you here in this community have called them, connected with them, and a lot of you are saving a whole boatload of money, which is honestly really, really cool to see because we all need a lot of money savings right now. Anyway, feel free to give them a call. Again, they'll find you the best plan with the best price with the best coverages in your local area and your personal needs, so you can see the doctors you want, the networks you want to be within, the prescribers, the prescription needs you have, whatever it is that you need. They're doing all of that 100% for free. Absolutely incredible. Anyway, give them a call. Otherwise, please just think of a few people, 1, 2, 3 people that you know, friends, family members, neighbors, acquaintances, siblings, anybody like that that would benefit from this information or that needs to hear this right now. Please share this video with them. There's a big share button down below. Thank you. I truly do appreciate it. Otherwise, with your social media, that's awesome too. I really appreciate that. Otherwise, please subscribe down below as well. 100% free to do so. Big subscribe button down below. Otherwise, check out the well over 5,400 videos here on the channel in the video library. The popular videos down below in the description or popping up on your screen here in just a minute. Otherwise, thank you so much for your continued support here on the channel. I truly appreciate it. It is such a weird time right now. I think we can all completely recognize 2025 has been nuts, especially for the low income and fixed income. It's a pretty rough, interesting time out there. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that. Anyway, please enjoy your day. I'm here for you in any way that I possibly can be. Let me know what you need from me down below in the comment section. I'm here for you. Otherwise, enjoy, and I really hope I can see you again soon in the next video.